Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I am focusing on saving money on food. These are some of the things that I am doing to try to control our food budget, which has really increased recently. So I hope some of these tips might help you. My first tip is to mix up your supermarkets. So can you shop around, compare prices, but also see if you can change your supermarket for some of your main shops each month. So recently, well, in the last few months, I had been doing my main shop in Lidl. I still go to Asda occasionally, and occasionally there'll be a particular thing that I can't get in Lidl, but I have generally done our main shops in Lidl, and I am enjoying the products and I am enjoying the quality, and I'm definitely enjoying the price, because I feel like our food budget is coming back under control by shopping there. When you're in places like Lidl and Aldi, I think it's a really good idea to pick up the leaflets, see what's going to be on sale the following week, seeing if you can actually plan your meals around that. But also they have things like recipes. So this week in Lidl they had 5 meals for a family of 4 for under £20, which is amazing. So it's worth getting those leaflets, getting that extra information about what is going to be on sale the following week. In Lidl, they also do these too good to waste fruit and veg boxes. They usually buy the checkouts. I got this box a couple of weeks ago for £1.50. So it's a 5 kilogram box of all sorts of fruit and veg for £1.50, which is a brilliant bargain. My next tip, if you do choose to shop in Lidl, they have a really good app, the Lidl Plus app, which you can download for free. And you scan it, you scan your digital card, which is basically on your mobile phone. You can activate coupons for money off. Occasionally I have had free products. So yesterday I had a free bakery product from there. And then over the month, if you spend £100, you get £2 off your shopping. And if you spend £200, you get £10 off your shopping. So it's worth having the Lidl Plus app, using it, checking it. The leaflets that I mentioned are also on the app. You can just access them digitally from there, so you can see what's coming up the following week. My next tip is to plan well ahead. So I am planning my meals up to, at the moment I do about 2 weeks in advance. My daughter gave me a meal planner for Christmas, which I've been using and I'm finding is brilliant. So on the left I write down what we're having that week, and when I go shopping, so I have my shopping list on the right, and then when I go shopping I can see what I'm planning to have that week and also the following week. So when I'm shopping I can think, okay, what do I need? I don't need that for another week, but I can pop that in the freezer. Is it on sale? Yes it is, I'll get that. And I can even go for future weeks if I know what we're doing. So say for example on a Friday and a Saturday night we tend to often have similar things like pizza, or I do homemade Chinese, or I do Mexican fajitas, tacos, that kind of thing. If I know that's coming up and I can see it in my meal planner, then I will pick up those items that I need when they're at a good price, and I can plan for that and pop things in the freezer. My next tip is to cook once but eat twice, and twice is a minimum really. So when I'm cooking I want to double batch what I'm cooking most of the time, sometimes triple batch, or I can do a double batch and then I'll make sure I've got some stuff for lunches and things like that. So I'm only cooking once, I'm only making that mess once, and I've only got the oven on once. Which leads into my next tip, which was batch cooking. This is something I do have a couple of videos I think on my channel about this, and I will link them down below. So batch cooking is something that I absolutely love doing. If I'm cooking one thing and the oven is on, then I like to cook something else and make sure that the oven is fully used. So obviously I'm only using that electricity for that amount of time. So I want the space maximized in my oven when I'm cooking. Batch cooking makes sense if you've got the time to do it. When I wasn't working, I could, you know, spend the day batch cooking. I can't really do that now, I haven't got the time for it. But I can still batch cook and do an extra meal while I'm cooking another meal. And that definitely saves time, and obviously it saves on energy because I'm only putting the oven on once. I have found some good batch cooking ideas on the BBC Good Food website and also on the Pinch of Nom website. I love Pinch of Nom recipes. I did a video about that a couple of weeks ago, and they've got some really good ideas for batch cooking meals as well. So if you can find some time in your day or in your week to do a little bit of batch cooking, even if it's one more extra meal, that definitely will save you time, as they say, cut down on the time and energy that you're spending cooking. My next tip is to freeze leftovers. So I freeze so much stuff. So even if I've just got a small amount of mashed potato left that we're not going to eat, I pop it into a pot, pop it in the freezer. Same with sweet potato. Any leftovers that we've had, spaghetti bolognese or lasagna, like I did last night, I had leftovers, put them in the freezer. And what I do is I build that up, even if it's just a little bit of something, I just build that up, and I can either use the things I've got left over as a side, or we'll have bungatellini. So that is where we basically have a mix up. We will have, and the kids kind of love it. They're like, they think they're in like a having a buffet, and so I'll have lots of different choices on the table. All it is leftovers. So it's things I've already cooked, with the money's already been spent on the food, and I just pull all of the pots out of the freezer, heat them all up, stick them in the middle of the table, and we all dig in and have a leftover meal. Now for me, I'm not putting anything in the bin then, I'm not composting anything. We're eating everything, and that is how I make sure that we're getting at least one meal every 2 weeks, which I feel is like a free meal because it's just leftovers of what I've cooked previously. So definitely freeze it, just freeze as much as you can. On the same subject, you can freeze much more than you think. So I freeze loads of vegetables. I don't blanch anything first, I just freeze everything. So for example, recently I've been buying those big packs of spinach that you can see in the supermarket. I just wash it, stick it in a plastic bag. I do dry it. I stick it in a plastic bag, that goes straight in the freezer, and when I'm ready to use it, I can just take the leaves out and it's done, nothing's going off. That's what I really like about it. If I've got lots of peppers, or if I see peppers on sale and I want them for meals, I will grab a load extra, chop them up, stick them in the freezer. I freeze things like grated cheese. I've frozen halloumi cheese, which actually, if you slice it and freeze it, that's fine. I've frozen egg whites. I do that a lot. I just put them into like a cake pan tin, you know, like a muffin tin. If I've got leftover egg whites, freeze those. Anything like that. I just think if I've got something in the fridge, I think, oh, that's we're not going to eat that. That's gonna go off. I just put it in the freezer. I also try to stretch meals as far as I can. So I'll add things like extra chopped tomatoes or passata. My kids don't really like chopped tomatoes, so I buy like the sieved tomatoes in a bottle or in a, you know, in a carton, and I'll stretch the meals. I'll add things like rice. Occasionally I've added like things like a few lentils when I'm doing like spaghetti bolognese to try and sort of you know, bulk it up. So what can you do to stretch it out? If I've got leftovers and I've got some bolognese sauce and perhaps there's only enough for two, what can I add? More herbs, perhaps a nice stock pot in there to give it more flavour, add some lentils, and I've got another meal. So my last tip is about shopping apps. So if you order online, if you order your groceries online, then definitely check out Top Cashback and Quidco. Top Cashback offer Tesco, Asda and Sainsbury's cashback on their groceries. You need to check that to see whether that's been updated or that's changed. Quidco also offer money back on Ocado, Co-op, so it's definitely worth checking and seeing if you can just get a little bit of money back from what you're buying anyway. Other apps to download are Shopmium and Checkout Smart, so have a look at those. Basically what you do is you upload your receipt to claim money off certain items. So obviously you need to see what they're offering on those websites. Another app to check is Latest Free Stuff. That is an app where there's some money off vouchers and things like that, And there's also links to other ways to get free things, or sometimes clicking onto other websites. So you can also do things like apply for samples and freebies. I've had a free sample of dishwasher tablets, for example. So it's worth going on there, seeing what you can get for free. Other apps, things like the Nectar Card app for Sainsbury's, and also the Tesco Club Card app, they have really amazing offers where you'll have like a club card price that's different to the price you would pay without it. So it's definitely a really good way to save money on food, and you find out about offers as well in advance before you go into the shop. You can see what offers there are, which is definitely worth doing and checking out. So another app that I recently downloaded is Olio, and this is where people basically want to distribute food or give away food that they're not going to eat, in order to help others, basically. It's definitely worth checking out. So what they have is like food hero volunteers that can pick up food from supermarkets that's all close to its expiration date, and that will go on there. But there's just, you know, regular people also who have extra food that they want to give away. Now, I haven't actually done it. I was just interested in the app, and a friend suggested it. But I live in quite a sort of rural area, and there weren't many people on the app actually doing it. But if you live in a city, and when I was in London, I checked it out when I was in London, and it was amazing the amount of people that were giving away food. You could literally fill your freezer with food. So if you live in a bigger area, definitely check out the Olio app and see what's on there. I definitely think it's good to keep an eye on that, and I think it's going to grow, and just nationally I think that it will grow, so it's definitely, for me, an app to watch. I hope some of these tips have helped you today. If you've got any other tips around how to save money on food, then please leave them in the comments box below, because they really help me and they help others. If you're new to my channel, then don't forget to subscribe, and I will be seeing you soon. Bye.